So I signed before coming in, which is different than most people, just because of my schedule. So when I came, I knew this was going to be the school that I was going to be playing in. I mean, it was a big change. I came for 2 days. I was coming from like a 20-hour flight. I was tired. I didn't speak the language. I had a bunch of people approach me, talk to me how great this is and all that, but I wasn't really aware of how big of an impact this was going to have on my life. I think I talked mostly to the younger players. I remember Penelope. She was the one that talked to me the most. I remember her texting me when I was in the airport. She was saying how excited she was, how she was going to like walk me around the whole campus and like explain everything to me if I had any questions. So I think that was the person who helped me the most. Well, so I remember one of my first conversations with Penelope. She said that before coming here, she thought she had like limits for working out and for physical limits, obviously. And then when she met Coach Lang, they disappeared because she showed her that there's absolutely no limits. So when a recruit comes here, they take him all over campus, and then at one point they bring him to the weight room and they leave it to the conditioning coach, and he just takes him around, shows him the weight room and all that. So I was with my parents, and he came to pick us up, and he's like this huge, strong guy with like a strong voice, and I'm like, well, this is a little scary. I feel like, you know, I've heard bad things about the workouts, but anyways, he was the sweetest guy ever. He was really nice. I mentioned that I had a back injury at the time. He said that we were gonna work through that. He explained all the exercises, all the stuff. He gave me a list to work out back home. I mean, it was a great first experience. The first year, I don't think I was really close to him. I mean, I was really scared. Me and Bobby would like almost pray before every workout because we were freaked out because we knew it was going to be really hard and he was going to get to our limits and ultimately, obviously, get us better. But I don't think I realized until last year that how much that helped us as individuals, not just physically but mentally as well. He really pushed us out to our limits, and that can just be applied to every single part of our lives. So I'm really grateful for that. So my sophomore year, I stayed here for the summer workouts, and I talked to him about my back injury, and both of us had a plan established for me to go through that, and at the end of the summer be way better physically and be able to live with that pain and control it way better than I've been able to do before. And I think we achieved that goal. And I think that was the moment that I realized that he's going to have a huge impact on my life because he cares more than any other person that I've met, and he helped me in something that I was really struggling with at the time. Obviously, he knew I was desperate because of the injury I had, but ultimately we would talk about anything, and I'd just stay for hours and he'd give me the best advice. So his outside image is that he's a strong and fearless, and you know, but inside I think he's like the most caring person. Just the way he talked about his family, he cared about them so much, and he cared about us. I remember after one of our losses, he told me that he went out and he drove for 2 hours because he was just so upset that we couldn't reach the goals that we wanted and the goals that we've been working so hard for. And I think it's unique, like how many people are actually going to be that upset for his job, you know, because I don't think we were his job. I think he cared about us way more than that. Also, I remember there was one time that he texted me a picture of a Portuguese food, and I was like, oh my God, do you have that? I mean, I was excited, it was last year. He's like, no, I just saw it on a show and I thought of you. And I mean, how many coaches, how many people that you work with are actually gonna care that much, or gonna think of you outside of their work, you know? I think he was just a very special person. When he passed away, it was a really hard moment for everyone. I just remember the team getting the news. It was really hard for everyone. We just tried to stay together. It was towards the end of our season. We had to even cancel one of the games because I don't think anyone could have played after that kind of news. So a couple years before I had to sign, I had a list of universities that I had to choose from. So one of the biggest things for me is the fact that they had a lot of internationals here that could help me because they knew what I was going through. Also the conference, I mean, Pac-12 is one of the best conferences in women's basketball. So that was a big factor for me as well. I knew the coaches and they showed a lot of interest for me. They came to visit and they're great people, so that was also a big factor. My name is Maria Kostourkova. I'm a senior and I'm from Lisbon, Portugal.